90% of Australian culture is defined by its wildlife, and lizards are no exception. Seriously, when I was younger and I lived on acreage, a blue-tongued lizard crawled under my bed. And once we established he wasn't a snake, I called him Bluey and everyone was cool with letting him live there. We even started feeding him and treating him like a house guest. I actually asked my mum when I was older why we didn't put the lizard back outside, and she couldn't answer that. I guess my parents figured if he'd found his way in, he could find his way out. However, I do wonder what happened to him in the move. So I moved to the suburbs and again I had a lizard under my bed. I called her Liz, I know, very creative. I don't remember where she came from. But again, we started feeding her and treating her like an honoured house guest. However, I believe she eventually crawled out the back door when it was left open, as I didn't see her again. But still, the odds of it happening twice. And it nearly happened a third time too. Dad found a baby blue tongue in an area that would soon be developed. And so it didn't succumb to the same fate as the others. He was going to release it elsewhere. But he brought it home first. We called him George, however he escaped his box and nearly ended up in my room. Luckily Mum heard him at the door and stopped him from getting in. But don't worry, he was later safely released back into the wild. But it's not only blue tongues we have in the house, it's also the kitchen skink. Not sink, skink. So what that means is every so often we see this little fella running across the kitchen floor, sometimes chasing a cockroach and one time even wrestling with another skink. But they weren't just in the kitchen. We also had the bedroom skink, the bathroom skink and the corridor skink. And because we had lizards inside, of course we had them outside. Now occasionally I'd see a blue tongue in the backyard, but when I started taking pictures of them, I saw that each of them had their own unique patterns. So I started naming them and documenting them, finding out we have a whole brigade of them. You got Stumpy for his stumpy tail, Zipper for his zipper pattern, Chase because I spent a good 20 minutes trying to get a photo of him, Clove because I found him in the clover looking plants and he's got dotted stripes, Jeff, Pincher because he was knocking off the cat food and then went after the cat. But don't worry, the cats and the lizards have an agreement. The agreement. Then Stripes and Neptune, who are also regular cat food stealers. Yes, they do take the food while the cat is watching. Then Cobot, who bolted right out of there when I caught him stealing cat food, after coming home from a trip to Bunnings, Australia. And why so many lizard stories, you ask? Because that's Australia, mate. True stories. The funny thing is, when I was recording this guy shows up. Yeah, I see you there, Zipper.